Guys, so today we'll be discussing about Manali in the month of February 2025. What you should be expecting in terms of weather, road condition, is it a good time to be going there, and overall what you need to be packing when you're traveling to Manali in the month of February. Now keep in mind that February is still a winter month in Manali, so you can expect the daytime temperature to be anywhere between 3 degrees to 20 degrees, while the temperature after sunset will be anywhere between 2 degrees to -5, depending entirely on where you're staying in Manali for the particular day or the period of time. Manali gets pretty cold after sunset, so when you're booking a room, make sure that your room has a heater inbuilt, because without a heater it will get very difficult to stay the night in Manali. Also make sure that the place that you're staying in Manali has a power backup, because even if you have a heater and there is no power backup and the electricity goes, you will end up freezing for the night. One pro tip while traveling to Manali in February is to carry a sleeping bag. Regardless of what kind of stay you are in, a sleeping bag will help you become more cozy and make your nights even more pleasant and bearable. Now, when it comes to the road condition, the roads all the way to Manali from Delhi, Chandigarh are easily accessible. There isn't any problem. The highways are very well made, and it takes roughly anywhere between 10 to 12 hours from Delhi and 7 to 8 hours from Chandigarh, depending on how you're traveling. You can take an overnight Volvo semi-sleeper bus from either of these two places and reach Manali. When it comes to the places that you need to be visiting around Manali, you can visit Solang Valley. You can see if Rohtang is open. You can definitely visit Kasol and Manikaran, which is pretty close to Manali. It's a day trip away from Manali. You can visit Nagar Palace, which is a beautiful place to be visiting. Other than this, Old Manali and New Manali are two places that you can visit. New Manali is easily accessible, while Old Manali becomes difficult because of the snow cover in certain parts. So if you're planning on visiting Old Manali, you might have to walk up the 3 kilometer stretch from New Manali if there's a lot of snow cover. Most of the cafes and restaurants are open in Manali, since now Manali is more of a winter destination as compared to what it used to be earlier. Just make sure that you have very good amount of woolen clothing with you. If you do not have woolen clothing with you, you can always buy it in Manali. There are plenty of markets which are selling jackets, mufflers, gloves, you name it, and all the accessories for winter are easily available over there. Snowfall in the month of February is a bit of a hit and miss. You might get a little bit of snowfall in Manali, but if you go to higher places that is beyond Manali, after crossing Atal Tunnel, that is basically Keelong, Sisu, Darcha, that's where you'll get a lot of snowfall. But mind you that traveling to these places can be risky in the month of February because of black ice that forms in this area. Sisu, which is mostly the go-to place for a lot of tourists coming to Manali to experience snowfall, is generally closed in the month of February because of their annual uh, downtime. It's always closed from I would say from 15th of January till the end of February. So this is what we are expecting it to be even this year. This has been the case for many years. So now if you're planning on visiting in February, do not worry. There are plenty of other places that you can experience snowfall in and around Manali. You can go beyond Sisu. You can go all the way to Keelong. You can go to Darcha and even Sarchu. Baralacha is where you will get a lot of snow. You'll get even Surajtal along the road, which is always covered in snow and would be frozen in the month of February. So keep in mind that if you're planning on self-driving to Manali in the month of February, you need to be carrying chains for your vehicle, because when you encounter snow, to avoid your car from sliding around and moving off track, it is better to have chains. This will prevent your vehicle from sliding on ice and will build traction, which is very important when you're traveling to Manali in the month of February. Within the town of Manali, the must-see places are Harimba Temple. Vashisht hot water spring is a must visit for those who are struggling to have a bath because of the extreme cold. You can go to Vashisht and have a bath in the hot spring. Adventure activities like paragliding and zorbing are possible, but it's kind of tricky. Whitewater rafting, even though it's possible, it is extremely cold to get into the raft and to have water splashing on you. So it's kind of a thing that you should give it a miss. Over and above this, you can always go skiing, because skiing is an activity which is possible in the month of February. So that's one activity which is definitely worth it. Now, some pro tips that you need to follow is that you need to understand that accommodation in the month of February is really affordable. Hence, try booking a better place which has a heater inbuilt, and I'm stressing on the point of having a heater because it's when you enter Manali and you experience the cold weather in the night is when you'll understand the importance of a heater. Accommodation is really cheap because it's off season completely, so you can get a very basic room with an attached bathroom for as low as 600 to 700 even in Mall Road. Old Manali is even more affordable because nobody can go up there since it is mostly frozen and cut off. Now keep in mind that when you're traveling and you're packing, you need to have a good pair of shoes. Carry shoes which have a good grip. I would personally recommend having hiking boots which are waterproof so that even if snow gets onto them, they're not going to enter your feet. Carrying a pair of gloves is very important. Having your sunglasses is vital. Along with this, you definitely need to be having your thermal inners because that's going to keep you warm in the night and even after sunset. Now, one pro tip that most people forget and are unaware about is that you do not need to be having a bath every day in Manali. You can skip it every alternate day and have it. And it's important to understand that you need to have a bath only in the daytime when the sun is out and when there is electricity. Do not even consider having a bath with cold water because that's when you will fall sick. And having a bath after sunset is going to result in you catching a cold, and that's going to ruin your trip for the next day or so, or for a week, depending on how long you're traveling. Now, when it comes to exploring Manali, the best way to get around Manali is a combination of hiring a taxi and walking around. You get hire scooters and bikes on rent, but it's very dicey to take one in winter because even if it is not snowing, it might be raining, and riding in the rain can be really disastrous because this rain is extremely cold rain which will hit your body and make you feel very, very uncomfortable. Now, for all those who have planned a trip to Manali in the month of February, just make sure that you also carry an umbrella with you because it can rain in Manali in the month of February if it is not snowing. We do have a trip to Manali in the month of February. If you're someone who's interested in enrolling solo with some friends, you can click on the link in the description and you'll get all the details about our trips. We have different plans depending on how you're enrolling. If you're interested, you can WhatsApp us directly from the website and we'll be more than happy to help you with whatever queries you have about our trip. Other than this, if you have any queries related to travel to Manali in the month of February, you can leave a comment in the comment section and we'd be more than happy to help you with it. Now keep in mind that Manali is not a winter destination, it is a 365-day destination, so most hotels and accommodations are open along with the cafes and restaurants are open throughout the year. It's just that the month of February is far more affordable compared to December when things go sky high. So February is the perfect time for anyone looking for a long break in Manali and in Himachal for a week or two. This is the time to be going to Manali because you will get the best experience in terms of Manali without crowd. So if you're planning, go ahead with your plan, make the bookings and make your trip happen to Manali in winter and experience what a magical winter in the Himalayas would be like. So till our next video about Manali in winter, stay safe, stay happy and stay blessed.